Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Married to Medicine, Season 12, Episode 4. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted shows, reality shows, also the reactions. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. I realize that I really need to pay attention more when I'm doing these shows that I'm reviewing. Because I totally missed the fact that Simone's Sons had this foil pan and they still had the paper on it and they just done food on it. Now, I thought it was common knowledge when you get one of these pans from the store that before you put food in it, you're supposed to take that piece of paper off that has, the name of the brand on it and the barcode and all that other stuff. You're supposed to take that off. That little stickiness that's holding the paper off, you take that off too. You go to the sink and you wash this pan with dish soap and water. Then and repeat it if necessary, and then dry it off. Then you put your food in there. I thought that was common knowledge, but then that takes me back to Simone's Sons, who did not like to clean up after themselves. You have a house that is furnished and you do not have to pay rent, and your only requirement is to clean up, and you couldn't do that. What is going on over here? Now, I'm going to say something, and Simone may never see this video. The likelihood of seeing this video is slim. But I would say this. If you're having a family meeting or just need to talk to your son, if Cecil not if going to be with you and y'all going to be, a united front, maybe he shouldn't be there. And I think the thing with Cecil is he don't want to be the bad guy. He would rather have that focus on Simone being the bad guy and him still being one of the boys and the kids being on his side. And that's not what it is to be a parent. Because he sat there and let his son disrespect Simone several times. When she was going to her iPad to show the itemized things that he had spent, and he sat there and told her, all right now, don't make me have to throw your food to the dog. That was strike one right there where Cecil should have said something. And then when he was talking about something, well, my white counterparts, they get to do this, that, and the third. Yeah, that's them. This ain't us. It's the entitlement. And Cecil just sat there and was like basically defending him. Like, just because y'all can afford to send him, well, so I don't know about y'all. I mean, y'all married, so that is y'all money. But just because you can afford to do it, don't mean you should do it. I mean, that episode last week is still like really, really getting to me. The way he sat there in her face and then disrespected her several times. And Cecil sat there and let it happen because he would rather Simone to be the bad guy than him being the bad guy. Like, if you're not going to be there at United Front and you're not going to stand up for me and you're going to let our child disrespect me like that, don't even be in this conversation. So now Simone was sitting here talking to the girls. They had Brandy's birthday party. And she talking about something. She don't want to be in this relationship no more. And to me, I think she is upset that she had let the ladies talk her out of getting the divorce several years ago. Because y'all remember 2018, after they had finished rapping, she had filed her divorce. And I believe she had moved out. And when it was time for the reunion, the ladies had talked her into staying with Cecil. But it seemed like Cecil has not changed how he is. He is still on, well, they are sons and we got the money, we can do that. And it's leaving the kids to act like this. Now, I'm not saying that all kids whose family comes from a little bit of money act like this. Because look at Toya and her sons. We don't ever see Toya have to tell her sons they need to clean up after herself. What do we see Toya? I know we shouldn't be comparing parenting styles and all that stuff. I'm just saying it's like, this isn't just because, we have a little bit of money, we can act like this. Because Toya them, they got a little bit of money too. But her kids, what are they over there doing? They cooking steak. They cooking asparagus. They're over there cooking. I have never once seen, and I could be wrong, Toya had to tell her kids they need to clean up after themselves. And when they're cooking, they're cleaning up along the way. They seeing how Eugene acts in the household, and they're following after that. As Simone's kids are seeing how Cecil is acting, and they're following after him. That's one thing I can respect about Toya. She is the queen of her castle. Those kids be over there cooking and cleaning and everything. And Simone is over there raising her blood pressure because her kids think they are entitled to everything in the world that she has. We have the scene with Mimi and Steve, and they're discussing and sending their son to summer camp. He was diagnosed with autism when he was 18 months old, which, could be a strain on the parent relationship, and it could be a strain on the other siblings because now there was a child with special needs. Now, I don't want to be insensitive, so I don't know the correct terms, but I'm going to say special needs and just know that I'm not trying to be disrespectful. And he has an episode while they're in the car, and he's frustrated, so he takes his anger out on his sister and he hits her. And I'm glad the way they handled the situation. They talked to him calmly. They didn't yell at him. They had to let him know, hey, I know you're frustrated, but you can't get mad and hit your sister because you're frustrated. And you know these things, and no, you cannot get your toy. And I like how they handled that situation. They didn't just up and yell at him. I personally know two different women who have children who have autism, and they're maybe roughly 2 years apart. One lady, and mind you, both of them, they are not rolling in dough. They don't have money like that. But one, she, took time with her son, find out he was autistic, went through the proper steps in with therapy and things. And now he's in kindergarten, I believe. Was able to talk at a younger, even though he was autistic, with the therapy and the speech therapy and all these other classes, he is thriving. On the other hand, another lady, she had a son who was autistic, and I know kids are different, whether they have special needs or not, but she wasn't taking the proper steps to help with his autism. She was just when he's fussing, just give him an iPad and let him shut up. Wasn't helping him to potty train when he knew that, hey, he knew that, okay, if I need my diaper changed, go get a diaper and some wipes and hand it to you. So he knew that he had used the bathroom and he knew he needed to be clean, but she wasn't taking the proper steps to help him. And I think I'm no expert, and I do not have any, kids who are special needs, but I do know that you need to take steps to help them. You just can't be like, oh, they're autistic, so I'm just going to treat them, any old type of way and not to help them progress in life. Because Holly Robinson Peete and her husband Rodney, their oldest son is autistic, and even though they have money, he is, being able to get a job now, probably with the, help from his parents because, they're from the celebrity world. But I do like how they handled this situation with their son. And their daughter, she was upset because he just hit me for no reason, and she didn't, I guess they've had incidents in the past, but she didn't blow up out of the proportion too, because she knows that he gets frustrated sometimes. And I'm glad they had that conversation. So Toya, she is having a skip work day party. Toya, she love a good party. She'll throw a party for anything, and she's good at it. I think she can make a living off of this because her parties do be looking nice. But the ladies gotta shade her because she's always throwing a party, and she didn't have 50-11 houses, and that's what she do. Toya and Heaven, they was going back and forth over whether this purse was real or fake. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I don't care. I don't think in the 40 years of my life, and I've been wearing purses since I want to say I was 12, that I have had a purse over $100. I've seen some purses that these luxury brands, and I'm like, Okay. Like, I've gone on Amazon and found a purse for under $50 by a brand that I had never heard of, and it is still going strong to this day. And matter of fact, I had got a purse from like Ross or something with a matching wallet. Then I found a purse just like that on Amazon but smaller. And I was like, oh, I can just like rotate the wallet out. Yes. I seen a wallet and a matching purse on Amazon. So me, I'm not all about designer stuff. Like, I guess that has never been me. Like, back in the day, you know, I did used to wear like a lot of Baby Fat and South Pole and stuff like that, but like that was like the highest brands that I would wear. And now that I am in my, I don't want to say big age, but I'm in my age of in my 40s, I'm all about comfort. And if it's not comfortable, I don't care what brand it is. This shirt I got on right now, got it from Walmart. I think it was like $5 because it said, "Please leave me alone. I'm trying to hide from you." That's the era I am right now. Some sweatpants, comfortability. And I'm not all about it. I don't even think if I had money like that, I'll be spending like all that money on the purse. Because like, yeah, the quality may be better, but like it's the name that you're paying for. And that's not really my shoes. So about this party. I'm with Mimi. I don't come serving me food when you half naked and you glistened up. Please don't do that. I don't mind that you have waiters there handing out food, but can we? I mean, I know it's probably hot in Atlanta, but there's probably some clothing that they could have been put on to wear like they are still clothed, and I can have my food. I don't want you glistening and handing me a salad. I don't want you glistening and handing me a turkey burger. I don't want you glistening and handing me no chicken wings or with dessert. I do not want that. Maybe that's just me, but like that has never been my thing. But this is Toya's party and not mine, so I ain't really got no say on it. Toya wants to play games, wants to see how strong the men are, so when they do go on their couples trips, everything will be fine. Now, Eugene thought it'd be funny to give all the men a note to excuse them from playing the game, but this is not a part of Toya's plan. He thought it was gonna be ha ha funny, and then they was gonna go on about their business. But Toya was like, no, like look at me. She was getting frustrated, and it may have been the alcohol may have been talking to her a little bit too. So she mad now. Now that she mad, Eugene mad because like this is supposed to be funny. Now you frustrated. Now we fighting in the middle of this party. Now everybody's uncomfortable. We don't know what to do. I guess the newer people in the group was like, we not really used to this, but like the rest of the group was like, this is them all the time, and everybody's wondering like if she gonna talk to Eugene like this while there's people here, how's she talking to this man when there's nobody there? So she goes in the house because she's upset because we supposed to be playing a game. You not going along with it. You done doggone and went off script, and you want to, give, a doctor's note to the rest of the fellas, and I'm mad now. So now they cussing at each other, and she's mad that he's cussing at her. Now King takes his time to say that's why he don't want to move into a woman's house, and like, King, he be saying stuff that like make me believe that he don't really want to be with Quad. Now I understand not want to move into her house because that's like not y'all's, but like if y'all get a house together, then maybe he'd be happy. But I don't know. But like certain things he be saying, be side eyeing me. Like earlier when Quad and King went to the doctor, he was like, okay, he was sounding like he was studying about how them having a baby, but then he got to talking about other things, and I was like side-eyeing him, and I'm like, but like, I think this is the first time like we've seen Eugene and Toya like really get into it for real. Now y'all, my memory is not the best, and I think I've said that before, but like really like this for real, and I'm like, what happened? Like, it was like he was joking one minute, and now she's mad. Like, y'all just want to sit around and look at these women. I'm like, you brought these women here to doggone to be the waiters, and you got them in bikinis, and now you complaining? Now Toya is mad because when she was going on her rant with Eugene, Heavenly, Mimi, and Brandy was over in the peanut gallery putting their 2 cents in, and Brandy's like, I'm your girl. How I get into this? Now, y'all, I I can hold my tongue all day, every day, but it's my facial expression that's gonna give it all. Like, side note, that MC Hammer movie that came out in like 2000, me and my cousin had seen it the night before. Then we went to this beauty shop slash barber shop to get our hair done. And this dude walked in who looked just like the dude, the actor who played MC Hammer. And when I tell you, we looked at each other and we both nodded and then bust out laughing because we knew what we was on the same page. Like, that was us. Look, rest her soul. I can keep my mouth shut all day, every day. My facial expression's gonna give it away because I'm gonna be like. And I'm going to be looking around at somebody else and see if we can communicate each other with our eyes. But I ain't going to be one to say nothing. I learned a long time ago, when somebody is ranting about what's going on, I'm going to let them rant. If you're not in harm's way of a particular person, I'm just gonna sit back because then y'all done made up, and then now I'm sitting here on there because I was defending you, and now you done made up with this person. I don't care if it's a friend, I don't care if it's a husband, it's a boyfriend, your significant other, you somebody you kind of sort of talking to. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut because you gonna turn around and everything gonna be all right. I think the issue is that Toya had an idea of how she wanted this party to go along. Eugene thought it would be cute to give a doctor's excuse to the men, and that threw Toya off. She said, she wasn't drunk, so that wasn't it. I don't know. I can't say. Quiet is like, ma'am, you was just talking about, apologizing for the situation, but you done came down here and talked about so you don't care about my relationship. Heavenly and doggone Toya was already going back and forth earlier because Toya was like, whose fake bag is this? And Heavenly was like, it's my bag, and at least my house is paid off. And Toya hit back, well, I would hope so since it was bought in 2002. Now, y'all already told y'all, I don't care about the, whether a bag is fake or real. Like, long as you think it's cute, then go ahead and do that. Like, I already got it in my cart right now on a purse that I want to get myself with a matching wallet. I only got it in my cart because, like, I'm going to go through Amazon again and see if I see anything cuter. But, like, together, the purse and the doggone wallet all together is less than $40. And I am not ashamed to say that because I've seen some stuff on Amazon with some brands I have never heard of in my life that are cuter than some of these doggone luxury brands out here. So I'm not even mad at that. But back to the show. Yeah, Toya, she upset because these girls is coming from her relationship. And I'm like, that's what they love to do. They love to talk about some moving houses every other time. They love to talk about you throwing parties. They love to talk about some you don't really have a 9-to-5 job. Now, I already said this. I think Toya, she be doing her thing when she be throwing these parties. Now, I don't know if this is her alone or if she has somebody else, but I think that's something she should get into. She already was, had her little wine business going. I think a party planning business would be where it's at. But, some of these ladies who are doctors, they still look down on, Toya and Quiet because, they are not actual factual doctors and they just married into the profession. So, yeah. But, she was upset. Her and Eugene gonna be fine. But it's like, it's very uncomfortable when I'm at your party and you fussing with somebody. It's like, it's overstimulated. I would be overly stimulated if that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, comment below. If you were new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free $99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and they can come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.